early humans making tools. Now here we will study about before early humans, that is your chimpanzee, ape, then Australopithecus, then your hominids and hominoids, and modern day human beings. So what are the tools they were using and the technology they were adopting? Okay, to start with, it is useful to remember that the use of tools and the tool making are not confined to human. So सिर्फ टूल बनाना और टूल का इस्तेमाल करना सिर्फ ह्यूमन को ही नहीं पता था, ये बर्ड्स एंड चिंपांजी को भी पता था कि what is important for their feeding and their hygienic. So chimpanzee also know how to use the tool and they also make their tool. So they know how to throw up any stone or anything. So this is not confined to human beings. Human tools making that are not known among the apes. Okay, this is not known by the apes. So our anatomical, neurological related to our nervous system adaptation have led to the skill use of hands, probably due to the important role of tool. Okay, important role of tools in human lives. Moreover, the way in which the humans were and make tools often require greater memory and a complex organization skills, both of which are absent in apes. So apes does not know about the use of tools and their nervous system is also not adopting these skills. Okay, we found the first or the earliest evidence of human making tools or the use of tools we have found in Ethiopia in Kenya, and the earliest stone tool were made by or maker were the Australopithecus. So जो टूल बनाने वाले थे वो सबसे पहले हमें केनिया में मिले. केनिया में भी कहाँ? इथोपिया. केनिया एंड इथोपिया इन अफ्रीका. ऑस्ट्रोलोपिथिकस थे ये लोग. ओके, सो ये हमें एक एविडेंस मिलता है. और अगर हम बात करें इन केस ऑफ द अदर एक्टिविटीज, वी डू नॉट नो टूल्स मेकिंग वॉज डन बाय मैन एंड वुमेन और अ बोथ. और ये पॉसिबल है कि हाँ दोनों ही बनाते होंगे, बिकॉज वुमेन पर्टिकुलरली यूज द टूल फॉर कलेक्टिंग food items, for example meats, and sustain their children after weaning. Okay, 35,000 years ago थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूवमेंट होता है टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफ मेकिंग और किलिंग एनिमल्स में, जहाँ से हमें ये एविडेंस मिल जाता है कि appearance of a new kind of tools such as spear and throwers and the bow and arrows, meat thus obtained for a probably processed by removing the बोन्स. तो पहले जिस तरीके से वो जानवरों को पकड़ते थे, स्कैवेंजिंग करते थे और बिना बोन को निकाले हुए खाते थे, और अगर उनको बोन जैसे कुछ चीज़ें नहीं खा पा रहे तो उनको हटा देते थे. लेकिन अभी थोड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ गई थी जिससे वो पहले हंटिंग करते थे, फिर बोन्स को हटाते थे, देन दे यूज द मीट फॉर देयर पर्पस. ओके, then we also have followed by drying and smoking and storage. तो स्टोरेज के लिए भी उनकी एक्टिविटीज़ को यहाँ पे बताया गया है for the consumption. Thereafter the changes also occur and trapping of a fur bearing animals, and fur bearing animals simply for helping them in the winter season so that they were able to protect themselves from the harsh temperature of our earth's surface according to the season. So they start trapping the fur bearing animals. Okay, in 21,000 years ago, this is we found the evidence of swing the clothes. Okay, हमको ये evidence भी मिलता है कि they know the technique of swing any clothes. So they use chisel like clothes, they make holes and then using a engraving of bones, antler, ivory or a wood. So वो उस चीज़ को यूज़ करते थे. So here you can see the very good punch blade technique. किस तरीके से punch blade technique यूज़ की जाती थी. पहले एक पत्थर को छोटे से पत्थर से मारा जाता था तो जिससे उसका टॉप लेयर टूट जाए, फिर उसको अच्छे से उसको फ्लैटन किया जाता था, उसको घिसा जाता था, फिर चेसल लाइक टूल्स के साथ उसको एकदम बारीक तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर दिया जाता था। देन फाइनली दे मेक देयर टूल। ओके, सो ये बोन भी हो सकता था या कोई स्टोन भी होता था। ओके, now coming to the mode of communication, language and art. So early human beings, what they try to communicate and how they try to communicate, we will learn mode of communication, language and art. Okay. Among living beings, it is humans alone that have a language. There are several views on language development. The first is the Homo myths language evolved gesture or hand movement. So Homo myths who were very early uh, early humans, okay, who were used 5.6, I'm again repeating, 5.6 million years ago. So they just know the language of hand movement or a gesture of making their hands. Second, the spoken language, which will be vocal or non-vocal communication, for example, singing or humming. Third is human speech, probably with call like the one that have been observed among humans. Human process small number of speech sounds and it is a initial stage gradually developed into a language. The Homo myths would have made it possible for them to speak. The language may have been developed as early as 2 million years ago. The evolution of a vocal tract was equally important. This occurred around 2 lakh years ago. It is more especially associated with modern humans. So, before your early minds, the Homo sapiens or a Homo myths were using the language of hand movement, okay, singing and vocal or unvocal things. But after the changes around 2 million years ago, people started using a speech and which is developed into our language. Okay. Here, this third suggestion is just 40,000 से लेकर 35,000 years ago के समय that spoken language has been used as closely connected with art since both are media for communication. So, spoken language that is which is understood by somebody or which is vocally or which can be explained so clearly so that a person can understand and communicate it. There is one information which is given in a blue box which tell you about some type of communication which is exist at that time. So this is one picture which has been drawn on the ceiling of the cave in Spain. Okay, Altamira. Okay, Altamira में एक केव साइट है जहाँ पे हमें ये पेंटिंग मिलती है और ये एक्सीडेंटली हमें हम मिलते हैं because there is one person who is digging the floor of the cave. Suddenly her daughter came and she is also playing there and she was the ceiling of the cave and she just called her father that see look the papa oxen. So father first time just laughed but soon he realized that some sort of paste rather than a paint had been used for the painting and become so enthusiastic that he could not hardly speak. So he was so surprised while seeing the picture of bison there and he published a booklet, but about 2 decades the European archaeologists did not give any importance and they dismissed it and these were too good to be ancient, but at that time the European archaeologists did not give any matter to this evidence. Okay. So, scientists are painting of animal done between 30,000 to 12,000 years, okay, and have been discovered in the caves. Okay, so we have found many caves with the painting in France, Spain, okay, and animal which is depicted there were the bison, horses, deer, mammoths, rhinos, deer, panthers, and others. Okay, and due to this, some of the questions which arises there that why were the some animals were painted, not the others? Why it is in why the painting in individual in drawn, or why the animals were in group or not? Why not there is women were depicted there? Okay, so these were the questions were asked, and answers were also explained in this concept that painting was probably done for showing that importance of hunting and animal were associated with ritual and magics. This might be a reason. Second, painting could have been a ritual to ensure a successful hunt. शायद वो ये दिखाना चाहें कि शायद उन्होंने एक एनिमल को इतने अच्छे से या जो भी उन्होंने हंटिंग की वो बहुत सक्सेसफुल हुई, इसीलिए वो पेंटिंग करते थे. Third is these cave were probably a meeting point where they people come and discuss about their hunting and their location of group of activities and other things. And other explanation might be a hunting technique and the knowledge. Well, painting and engraving served as a media for passing information from one generation to other generation. ये भी हो सकता था. So these questions were asked and these answers were given, and this is a question we will address in the next session as we will go in this further chapters. We will learn more about hunting and gathering societies. Okay, now coming to the next heading, that is your early encounters with hunter gatherers in Africa. So how the situation was, or how was the circumstances in Africa when the hunter and gatherers were there. The following is an account by a member of African pastoral group about its initial contact in 1870 with the Khoisan, a hunter-gatherer society living in the Kalahari Desert. When we first come into the area, all we saw was strange footprint in the sand. We wondered what kind of a people they were. They were very afraid of us and would hide whenever we come around. We found their villages, but they were always empty because as soon as they saw stranger coming, they would scatter and hide in the bush. We said, "Oh, this is good. These people are afraid of us. They were weak and we can easily rule over them." So we just ruled them. They were a killing or fighting. You will read more about the encounters with the hunting and gathering in the theme 8 and 9. Okay, so hunters and gatherers, how they encounter. So basically they do uh, they they make their houses there, or they collect their things. When some people come, they scattered because they don't want to follow any rules and regulations, so they just be in their own group or their people. तो वो जो अपने ही साथ रहते थे, फॉरेस्ट एरिया में ही रहते थे, वो किसी और का डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं चाहते थे. इसीलिए एट द टाइम ऑफ इमरजेंसी और एट अ टाइम ऑफ सम डेंजर they scattered someplace or they just hide someplace. So there is some story about a small group of hunter and gatherer which were living in the Rift Valley in Africa. Okay, rocky savannas, and the group name is the Hadza. So this is a small story uh, which I suggest you to read. Okay, because due to this you will answer some of the question, and you just also develop a thinking process about history or the anthropology. Okay, सो आप अगर ये ब्लू बॉक्स पढ़ेंगे तो आपको ये समझ में आएगा हाउ द हंटर एंड गैदरिंग सोसाइटी लिव देयर एंड व्हाट आर द एक्टिविटी दे डू एंड व्हाट आर द थिंग्स they do in their daily basis. So this is the small what I say, a story or a column which you should read. Okay, now coming to next page, hunter gatherer societies from the present to the past. So hunter gatherer society, we have learned this in chapter in class 6, class 7 and so on. So now we will connect with the present and the past, how these society were changed or what are the things they now do. Okay, so we will relate these things.